What a world we have created, or have allowed our overseers to create for us. They never lied about their intentions, and they always gave us ample time to hear and digest what they were telling us all along. It's been over 20 years of my life that I've been aware of their sinister plans, and even now, as most of the people in the developed world have been domesticated into sheep, walking around with masks covering up their holy spirits, and with digital screens distracting their eyes and minds, they still call people like me a conspiracy theorist, an anti-vaxxer, a flat earther, a retard. I'm sorry, but I can't hear what you're saying through your triple-layered mask. What? You've already been vaccinated? Well, thank God for that. But then why are you still wearing a mask? Why haven't you hugged your 90-year-old grandma yet? Oh, because you're being a good citizen.
Killing in the name of!
Right. Well, fuck your citizenship, and fuck your righteous and very distorted interpretation of what it means to be a human. You're not a human. You're a domesticated sheep. A big, woolly, white sheep with a black face. How racist. Sounds like the good old Canadian Prime Minister, who, if you didn't already know, is the illegitimate offspring of the late Fidel Castro. Mommy Margaret was really taking in all that Cuba had to offer. All the meanwhile, the USSA and Russia continued to hype up their fake nuclear weapons standoff via proxy states on both sides of the map.
Killing in the name of!
Masked up sheep, baaing and whining all over the hills, ready to call out anyone in the flock who wasn't following the rules. See something suspicious? Report thy neighbor. Hear someone cough or sneeze? Run in fear. Want to know what you should think about anything? Turn on the TV and tune into the news. Or better yet, go onto Facebook or Instagram and surround yourself with everyone else's opinions. Because the last thing you should ever want to do is form your own thoughts and opinions. People who think for themselves are dangerous, if not downright terrorist. Society has no need for sheep who stray from their flock. Everyone needs to just stick together and keep their mouths shut. Good sheep keep their eyes closed or looking down at their own little hooves. And above all else, they never question anything that their shepherds may tell them to do. Otherwise, the world will descend into an uncontrollable anarchy, and will all perish.
Killing in the name of!
Now you do what they told you.
Horseshit. The only thing that will or already has perished is our liberty, our freedom, and our pursuit of happiness. And it really seems that for the most part, everyone just gave it up willingly. Which means that they didn't really deserve it in the first place. They turned on the last few remaining free-thinking individuals who have spent the better part of the last generation or even longer trying to wake you and everyone else up to what is really happening in the world. They drank the purple Kool-Aid, and now they're all intoxicated with lies and deceptions. They gave up their liberty and freedom for a false sense of security against something that doesn't even really exist. Yet because they formulated so much fear about it in their minds, they are literally manifesting disease within their bodies. They have cut themselves off from reality to live in a virtual world where they have substituted true happiness for instant gratification, materialism, and a pursuit of wealth and success that is judged in terms of money and power, rather than seeking inner peace, harmony, and grace with oneself, with each other, and with all of nature. Put your mask back on, you infidel.
Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me! Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me!
How dare you question the shape of the world? How dare you suggest that the government would do anything to harm you or your family? How dare you think that the human body isn't capable of healing and protecting itself without the intervention of all-knowing and all-powerful scientists wearing white lab coats? How dare you believe that this world was created just for you, or that you are in control of your own destiny because you are actually God Himself? How dare you want to be anything other than a stupid, racist, black-faced sheep? Straight to the no-fly, no-buy, just hurry up and die list for you, you rebel scum. Don't worry, it will all be over soon. The naysayers will all be wiped out once the 13th wave of the virus takes out the last remaining anti-vaxxers. The flat earthers will all be silenced once Elon Musk moves to Mars and becomes the overlord of the dusty old red planet. The scientists will all be given Nobel Prizes for their dedication to fixing the human genome that could never be perfect on its own. The churches will all be demolished once everyone sees that God doesn't really exist and that aliens have been pulling our strings all along. The doctors and nurses will all be given Grammy Awards for their instrumental TikTok performances, and everything will eventually get back to normal, just as soon as those damn conspiracy theorist goats are rounded up and turned into some kind of soylent grain. It's a good thing there are hundreds of FEMA and WHO quarantine internment camps set up all over the map. So do your civic duty as a racist sheep and help get the cattle cars loaded up with the terrorists so that we can all get back to our beloved normal. Just don't forget to keep wearing your mask. Sorry, sheeple. That's not going away anytime soon.
Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Motherfucker!
Dude, I want to be in the Special Olympics. Boozer.